Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about 6 things that shocked me after I moved to Russia. Hello. So if you don't know, I've been in Russia for 6 years. I came to Russia in 2018 and it's 2024. This is actually nice. What are you doing here?
I was escorting my friend.
So the first thing that shocked me was the climate, guys. If you don't know, Russia has 4 seasons: summer, winter, autumn, and spring. And I must tell you, everything in Russia is just extreme. The summer is actually very hot. The winter, extremely very cold. The spring, in fact, whenever it rains extremely bad. Like the whole city is just a mess. You can't go out without staining your clothes, staining your shoes, and like taxi, everything just stains your clothes. So the first thing that actually shocked me, because in Nigeria we only have 2 seasons, rainy season and dry season. And I must say, it was actually a very big shock for me because we had to spend money on our winter jackets. I mean, obviously, whenever it's cold, it gets very cold. There was a time it got to -23, guys. That's so cold. That's so cold. And yeah, everything is just very extreme when it comes to the weather in Russia, and it was one of the biggest shocks for me. And yep. But the second thing that actually shocked me was the language. Guys, in Russia they don't speak "Ani говорит только по-русски", по-русскому языком. Если вы не знаете, в России они говорят только по-русски. Вот поэтому я была в шоке, потому что когда мой первый раз в России, я не могу сказать ничего. Когда я была в аэропорт, я видел бабушка, пожалуйста, я не знаю, где я забыл мой русский. I told the grandma that I need her help to, like, you know, just to know where things were. And she was so scared. I could not speak Russian and she could not speak English. So it was a big shock. It was a big shock actually. And if you don't know, I'm already in my 6th year in Russia. And over time, I realized that I will have to learn the language to, you know, be able to adapt with the Russian community. So by God's grace, I've been able to learn the language to an extent. I am not yani очень хорошо. No, I am, let's say, on a scale of 1 to 100, I am like 40%. No, 40% is very good. I think I'm like 25%. 30%. I can understand a lot of things, but я не могу говорить много слов, много предложений, потому что мой мозг всегда как always freezes whenever I'm trying to think about words. But over time, I think I'm going to get acquainted and get used to speaking the language. But anyways, that was the second thing that shocked me, guys. The language. The language was something like, it's actually very difficult to learn Russian. Racism. I get this question a lot. Are Russians racist? Are they racist in Russia? Ewan, have you ever had any racist experience? Has anybody ever like called you out or called you the N-word or something? Guys, a lot of people have different experiences, but personally, my 6 years of being in Russia, I've actually never experienced any racist experience from anybody. In fact, let me even shock you guys. Russians treat me like I am their own skin color, which is it's mind-blowing, because I've been to places where I'm the only black person in like 200 people and I'm the only black person there, and they treat me like, oh, Ivan, is everything okay? Все хорошо? Тебе нужно еще что-то? You need something else? Have you eaten? Do you want to eat or something? Guys, Russians are not racist, but I understand that every country where there is obviously an immigration of people from other places, there's going to be like 1 or 2 people that are racist people, because there's always a black, what's the word, bad seed, bad egg. There's always bad people everywhere, but that's my point. But that's the point I'm trying to make. So Russians are not racist.
Russians are racist, not all.
Alright, so my videographer just told me that women from other countries are more susceptible to racist experiences, because I mean, they think that they can like bully women and stuff like that. But I don't know, do I look like I can fight? I don't think I can fight. I don't think people see me and like, this guy can maybe shit up. But they are bad people, that's my point. There are bad people everywhere, and in my 6 years of being here, I've personally never experienced any racist experience that has been detrimental to my health, to my life, and to my well-being. So let's get to the next point. The education system in Russia, guys, come, let me tell you something. When I came to Russia, actually, my first year, I was expecting Russia to be like Nigeria, because you know in Nigeria, we don't have to study sometimes to class. What we're already used to in Nigeria is to go to class, sit down, then our teacher teaches us, today you're going to be learning differentiation and integration, the y, the x, the u, the v. But when I came to Russia, guys, our first class in biology, the biggest shock of my life, our teacher just started, Mojibola, what is biology? I was shocked. In Nigeria, the teachers teach us everything from A to Z. You know, just go to class, sit down, then after the class we have our test. But in Russia, how the classes start is with tests. Guys, that's how you tear out a piece of paper, variant 1, variant 2. Let me bust you guys' brain. Everybody in Russia has different questions. So no two friends can have the same question. For example, there can be 52 different variants for an exam, and my friend can have variant 2 with 2 different questions, and I will have variant 52 with 3 different questions. So it all depends on what you get. But anyways, the point for this is that like in Russia, I was not used to teaching myself a lot of things. So over time, we had to like actually begin to learn by ourselves, learn for ourselves, and teach ourselves, and try to understand for ourselves. Because sometimes, if you ask a foolish question in class, I'm sorry for you. You know, there are some students that just want to ask questions because they want to look smart. So if you ask a Russian teacher any foolish question, he's gone. They just say, in fact, that's your question. Tear out a piece of paper and start writing the answer. Another thing is that in Russia, after our third year, every exam was orally. Every single exam, come. And I must tell you that it was very bad at first, but I must actually like be grateful to Russia, because this has helped me to become very, comfortable with speaking with other elderly people, that are above me in terms of like positions. So now I can speak to my teachers confidently, like, Iwan, define what is varicose disease. I'm like, the varicose disease is this. I just, be blasting. I'm just very grateful for this, because it has actually helped me to become more confident in my speaking, because coming from Nigeria, I was quite a very timid person, if you will, and over the years, I have developed my confidence in answering my teachers and talking to them in their face. When they tell me, Iwan, I'm giving you 4, I'm like, no, madam, you can't give me 4, because I'm very sure of my definition. And when she asks me an extra question, I'm telling her, this is why you must give me 5. Excellent. And yeah, come closer. So the next thing that actually shocked me was the culture, guys. Let me tell you some cultural things about Russians, so that whenever you come to Russia, you don't make this mistake and get into trouble with some of your Russian friends. First of all, you don't give alive people 2 flowers, because in Russia it is like a culture, or it's a rule that even number of flowers are for dead people and odd number of flowers are for alive people. So if you have a Russian girl that you might be liking, and you're a boy and you want to surprise your girl, you go and buy 16 flowers. She counts it and 16. That's how you're going to lose your girl, because remember this rule. Odd numbers are for alive people and even numbers are for dead people. Let me give you guys a story about something that happened with my Russian friends. So one day, I just asked, like, when is your birthday? I wanted to wish a happy birthday. So I asked, she told me, my birthday is on, let's say, January 1st. Innocently, I just said, happy birthday in advance. Bro, she was like, how dare you tell me happy birthday in advance? What do you mean by happy birthday in advance? I was shocked, because in Nigeria, we always wish our friends, we wish our loved ones happy birthday in advance. She was so angry at me, because she was like, in Russia, wishing somebody happy birthday in advance means you're wishing bad on them or wishing them bad luck, which is very strange to me. But yeah, let me give you guys another story. Look at me, bigger like this. I was on the bus, and then one Russian grandmother just came to me and just pushed me. I was like, Grandma, do you know who you're pushing? But anyways, the thing with Russians is that they're not as polite as Nigerians, because in Nigeria we say excuse me if I step on your foot, excuse me, or if I'll say sorry, or if I push you I'll say excuse me or sorry. But in Russia they just push you and just go about their day, and just go about their day like nothing happened. Anyways guys, so the last thing that shocked me after I came to Russia was the bureaucracy. This word is actually very hard to pronounce. Basically the paperwork we have to do as international students in this country. Every single day, every single week, every single month, we have to sign for something. We have to do the HIV test. We have to do the medical checkup every year. We have to do immigration checkup. We have to translate our documents. We have to translate our passports. We have to pay for this, pay for that. The payments never ends. And guys, it's not exciting, it's not fun at all. So I'm going to link one of my last vlogs I did on my channel talking about how the amount of paperwork we have to do, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So I'm just going to link that instead of talking too much about the bureaucracy, because I'm not going to talk so much because it's actually very boring. So yep. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Those were the 6 things that shocked me after I moved to Russia. If you enjoyed the video, do to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, turn on your post notifications, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. So then it's your boy DTP signing out. Stay safe and peace. Bye bye.